Is is this thing on? Is this thing on? Sorry about that. I just finished dinner actually. I ate super quick dinner in between the the video earlier and now. So, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, okay. Where's Steam? I don't even have Steam or anything. My bad, my bad. Oh god, echoing. Okay. Steam. Where are you? Tokyo Xtreme Resort. Letter T. There. Okay. Playing. Alright. Thank you guys for being there earlier on our first debut video? Question mark. VTuber debut video. Usually that's a live, right? If you're like a VTuber. Okay, let's see if we can switch screens now. Switch screen. Oh, success! Oh, I have the old backdrop. Oops. Alright. Oh, there. The XR playing. Exit the background music. Shifting to TXR. There we go. Alright. Mic test, mic test. Testing the levels. There, number 7. Is number 7 okay? I guess number 7's okay. Okay, okay. Hold on. Let me get my Bluetooth earphones. So I can monitor the volume. Hello, howdy. Welcome to the stream. How is our volume? I think it's good. I think it's good. Again, I'm still testing around different microphone things. Okay, I think this is good. I think we're good. Like, wait, maybe a bit softer on the mic. There, mic test. No, louder a bit. There, mic test. Okay, there we go. There. Okay, is it time for a new car? Maybe not yet, because the next car I want is the 300ZX, and I think we're not there yet, or can't be unlocked yet. Question mark? Oh yeah, if the Sylvia's too slow, we just get a faster car. Right. This one, yeah, we need to defeat Cinderella past midnight first. And I don't want to go down this path just yet. Ooh. Can we unlock the... we need to unlock the 180SX to get the S14. Okay, I think our audio is good, so I'm gonna put away my Bluetooth earphones. Okay, I have established that we're good in that aspect. Okay. Okay. So tuning wise, I'm planning to, since we're gonna be a little bit more sweaty now, we need to focus on this. So I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google something right now. Close ratio transmission, gear ratios. Race transmission gear ratios. Oh yeah, I mentioned I was exploring like different microphone configurations, because I've been watching how to make your stream audio better, etc. I learned a lot. So apparently my microphone is a condenser microphone, hence you can hear a lot on the background. It's too sensitive. I want the other one. It was cardioid. So who are you having difficulty beating? Actually, I can't remember. I'm that car person who remembers you by name, by car, but not by name. There was this Evo 10 that was pulling away really hard. Of course, the one with the Itasha, with the mascot. Sport transmission. Okay. Oh, this is harder than I thought. They don't have set transmission ratios. Interesting. Don't tell me we need to open up like a well, hold on. I alt tab so the music went away because I'm gonna go to my hold on. I'm grabbing my keyboard. I am going to my usual. I use this website IRL. All right, let's see if I can show it to you guys without accidentally doxing myself. All right, put it here, put it there. OBS, where are you? Many people beat the game with the RX-8. Okay. OBS. We need to show them what's happening or else they'll leave me. No, don't leave me. Window capture. Add existing. No. Create new. Okay. Is it this one? Yes, this one. Okay. Perfect. There we go. Wow. It didn't ask me if I wanted to display it. They just displayed it. Thank you. So it's so easy to dox yourself apparently if you just select the window. Right, so this is a website I use, by the way. You guys can go here also. It's like a Subaru enthusiast who made this page. Legacypick.uk transmission graphs. So you can put like a Subaru transmission code. Actually, let's try this one. Tire size. Oh, there's no tire size in the game. Oh no. Okay, we'll have to make something up. Let's just say 225 40 17 question mark. All right, so here you can see where the RPM drops. If we shift at 7, oh, 7,000. There. So now we have this information. Okay, let's go drive a bit again, cause I need to remember how high this thing revs. All right. Let's go for a first outing. We'll go back to this when we get a bit sweatier later. Sweaty gaming. Okay. Let's go. Let's go out. Let's enter course. It's always fun. I'm so corny. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'll never make that joke ever again. What looks fun? This one. All right. Wow, it's loading. Taking a while to load. Okay. Let's go. Let's go hunting. Let's go hunting. I also think we need to lower the graphic settings just a smidge, because we are getting some frame drops since we're going faster now. Imagine that. Earlier in the game we weren't having frame drops, but now we are. Yo, how's it been going? Hello, GDI Joe. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we've just gotten on the Wangan again with our Esha 13. The next, what's this? Logic the Professor. Wow, I like their icon. What's an Natasha? Oh, it's sorry, that was nitrous. Natasha. I want a Natasha. Alright, so after this, when we have no more tires, when we get back inside, we're gonna do some sweaty gear ratio tuning. As of now, let's finish these tires. Let's see how many we can beat. Because the Sylvia is currently maxed out on the mods with the current level we're in relation. And some of the cars and some of the opponents are really getting difficult to beat. So we need to be a bit more serious. See this guy. This guy's still there. Wow. Okay. some nitrous. Nitrous. Oh no, he's still there. See? See? We're on nitrous. I'm gonna turn off the nitrous. Because we're just wasting nitrous. Slowly chip away at his SP. Come on, Logic. Logic and anime waifu in your car does not go together. Yes. Correct. There. Okay. Perfect. We can challenge the next one. Oh! Ooh! FOD. Boshu, Boshu. Boshu, Boshu. Let's go. Jump the start, a little bit of nitrous. Just a little. Just to sprinkle in a bit of a gap over there. Challenge that other guy later. Okay. Actually, need to be serious now a bit. Like earlier in the game where it was easier to defeat the opponents. Now they're actually quite serious as well. Try just right. Actually, driving this on the steering wheel will actually make us faster because I can be more precise with the steering. But as I've said in our intro video, I don't wanna use a steering wheel on sim game, on arcade games. That would help. It would help if our goal was to drive better in this game specifically. Because we'll have more steering fidelity. Wow. Another boss. Honey. Honey. Hello. Hello, Mike. Welcome, welcome. Just in time. We're on our first outing on the Wang Gang. Wang Gang. Yeah, I think this is the weed gang. Wait, where are you going first? I need to know. Okay, left. Because I don't want it to be a draw. Again, it's something that I wish that the developers would fix. But if you're leading and the opponent, or rather, there's like an arrow on which or where the opponent wants to go, so you don't end up drawing things, especially when you're in this side of the ramp. I forgot what you call it, sleep. Not boss anymore. No! No! I have to block him. No, I don't like blocking, but sometimes in this game you have to, because you're severely outgunned. But sometimes the only thing you can do is cheese. But the last time I did it, I got karma so bad. Ooh, bad driving. It's a good thing the R34 is also doing some bad driving. Good. Right. Okay. Note, the car revs to 7.5. 7.5, and it also shifts at 7.5. Okay, noted. Power band is at 6,000. Yes. Perfect. Okay, let's start at one more on the left. If you look at the mini map, there's one more guy on the left. Let's try challenging him before going back to the gay rock. Okay, 7.5. Oh, by the way, I also have a really bad memory. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if later, when we're like tuning the the gear ratio. Oh no, I'm gonna hit. Oh god. Okay, my bad. That was so bad. I'm so sorry. So bad for you. I won't be surprised that later when we're tuning the gear ratios, that I'll forget what RPM I just remembered right now. 7.5. 7. And remember, 7.5 RPM. Because we're gonna use a calculator. We'll do the gear ratios ourselves. You, come here. Ooh, FC. Actually, is the RX-8 a fast car in the game? Because aren't FCs and FDs supposed to be faster because they have a turbo? And the RX-8 doesn't come with a turbo, but it's 3-rotor, right? If I remember correctly. The FD and the FC are 2-rotor. Then the RX-8 is a tri-rotor. Naturally aspirated. Oh, okay. Kick his ass. Not bad. Okay, there's a yellow opponent. It's a boss, right? If the arrow looks different, or if the arrow has a design. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, not very, not very, not very. I thought I was able to tuck in there. Dang it, I can't read chat. I'm sweaty gaming, I'm sorry. Oh no, it's this. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose, but I'm gonna challenge her anyway because she's cute. I'm assuming she's a she, by the way, because of the Tasha. Then again, it's guys who have Tashas on their cars, so fine, I guess could be a guy. I'm gonna lose so bad. 3, 2, 1. And there it goes. Is it? Yes. Losing very badly. Oh no. Oh no. How are we gonna defeat this? Cappuccino. Out of all the cars also, it's a cappuccino. I can't imagine how much horsepower this thing has. I mean, it's a 3-cylinder, right? Like, what do they have in it? And how are they handling all the cooling issues in such a small chassis? Oh, yeah. Alright, let's go back to the garage. And do some sweaty gear ratio tuning. Because that's the only thing that's left to be tuned on the car. Oh, suspension also, but I'm kind of lazy for that. Looking for something to eat. Oh yes, actually I need to open my Reese's cups. I have a Reese's cup here because I just ate dinner and my mouth tastes like dinner. I need something sweet to take the taste away. To take the savory tastes away. You can use their emblem if you want since you beat them all. Really cool. Cramor boost. Yes. Valve float. Yeah. As long as it's a non-interference engine, it's fine. Valve float is rev cut. Hello Kiwi, welcome to the stream. Definitely gonna want to use your BP to boost your attack and defense rating. Helps a lot. Oh really? But then I wanna prioritize the mods and the car unlocks first. So maybe until I've unlocked all of that, then I'll spend more BP on the attack defense. Devil Road Run in a cappuccino. Yes. Okay. All right. Everything okay? Yeah. We're cool. It's a bit more sweaty gaming because the AI is getting harder to beat. Okay. Can't believe we're doing this for an arcade video game. All right. I'm gonna bring out the RPM gear calculator. All right. So first I need to determine what tires this thing has. So our final drive is 1. Let's go with 1. Fifth gear. Oh, first, second, third, fourth. Fifth is, hold on, 1. Okay. Hey, just 1. Wait. Fine, let's input everything. 4.235. Second is 2.375. These are BMW gear ratios, by the way. And if you guys heard that roll-up garage door just going outside my house, the mic should be able to pick that up. Because I live in front of a grocery store, so I guess they just closed. Alright, so VMAX, oh no, it's an MPH. What the hell is a kilometer? There, kilometer. So this is VMAX 196. Our final drive is 4.1 or 4.093. Okay, so we'll match it. The VMAX right now on the calculator, oh no, red line is 7.5. Be proud of me, chat. I remembered 7.5. Okay, there. So VMAX is 211. So we're almost on the ballpark. Maybe like a taller tire. 235. 222. Okay, 235 is 225. 219 there. Okay. So I think the Sylvia's on a 2254517. I think because that's the numbers we're getting with the when we input the values. Okay. So we need to keep the gears shifting to 6,000 RPM. So first we have Vmax. Okay, how am I gonna do this? How am I going to do this? By the way, this is Legacy Pick.uk. It's a Subaru enthusiast developed web app thing for gear ratios if you guys are interested in doing your own gear ratio calculations. So Vmax will keep it at 220 because that's pretty good. How will we tackle this? From fifth to first or first to fifth? It's actually the first time I'm doing this. Okay, we can have this a bit longer. Let's experiment. 1.1, what does that do? Ooh, so bad. 1.2. There, okay. So 6,000 RPMs. We have our leeway. 1 to 50. There, okay. Fifth and fourth to third. We need to shorten it a bit. 1.5. Oh, too low. 1.65. Oh, too high. 1.6. A little bit more. 1.59. See, this is how sweaty we are right now. I don't like doing this normally, but the game's leaving me no choice. It's 70 there. 60. There, right. Oh, super racing transmission. Cross mission. Racing cross mission. And then third gear. It's pretty far. So 1.3. Oops. Nope. Higher? Does it need higher? 1.4. 1.5. 1.6. Oh no, wait. We already did this, right? I was fixing the wrong thing. Oops, my bad. We're already done with this. Third gear, supposedly. Okay. Now second gear. Oh, I think this needs to be like 2. Oh, yep, needs to be like 2. 1.9. Let's see what happens. I also don't know what's gonna happen to the drive of the car when we do this. Okay. And then first gear needs to be, wow. First gear needs to be really, really long though. We have enough horsepower for that. Well, we'll find out. This is why we're experimenting. It's gonna be fun to see how this goes. So it's probably like 2.5. Oh, dang. Alright. 2.6. No, we need to go lower. 2.4. 2.45. Alright, can you guys see the numbers here? Or is it too pixelated? How do I zoom in? Zooming in. Nope. Zooming in. Oh, there. Alright, there we go. Yay, I was able to zoom in. So this is our suggested gear ratio. Our first gear goes all the way to 90 kilometers per hour. So this is gonna be a wild first gear, but then we'll be in the power band for the whole time. So this should be good. Hold on, I'll read chat now. I was concentrating. Okay. Yeah. Sold the S13 went for an RX-8. Okay. Really, the RX-8 is powerful. Although again, yeah, 9,000 RPMs is it's a pretty good thing. Level 4 power, 3 exhaust intake, top speed with 276. Was it boosted? Did they put a turbo on the RX-8, or is it just fast? Yeah, the soft lock in the game is if you spend too much BP. So I'm scared. I'm not gonna explore too much on that. Okay. What about being on a 16? What's that? You really have experience. Ooh, just a bit. Just a tad bit. I've been around. I've been around. This is gear ratios. For from a gear tune. Yes, trial and error. But again, this app, you can use this like for real. This is when I was computing if I wanted like a 3.9 final drive or a 3.4 for my BMW. I use this to decide. Um, all right, GDI Joe. We'll probably still be here. I'll probably stream for like 2 hours. Okay, Carl. If you need to sleep soon, go ahead. Sleep is very important. First get really high, so don't waste near. Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I think it's just fast in-game, naturally aspirated. Oh, okay. All right, catch you later, GDI Joe. All right, let's go with this. Let's go with this. Let's put it in the game. There's no background music because we're alt-tab. Bam, background music. What's this? Save confirmation. Okay. All right, okay. So we're going with final drive the same. 4.09. Fifth gear ratio of 1. Okay, fourth gear ratio is 1.25. Oh, we're not far off. Oops. Click. Oh god. Skips when you click too fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Though we don't need to be that exact. I'm just being anal here. Okay, 1.56. Thank you, Excel sheets and people who go through the bother of putting it, making an online calculator for gear ratios. Makes our lives easier. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, skip! Stop skipping! No! Oh! It's skippa. There. There, okay. 1.9. You know what? I want to make a... In Tagalog, it's konti na lang, makasar na ako. How do I say it in English? I'm getting really pissed with this UI system. I want to make a video now on like things they need to improve in TXR. Because this is madness. Gear ratios is one of the things you really need to tune in the game, and you can't even tune it like easily. Like, can I just type the number? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There, okay. 2.450. Oh, skip. Oh, skippa. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, dang it, skippa. 4, 3, 2, 1. There, okay. Okay, let's save it before it gets lost. 450, 1950, okay, 250, right, decide. Hide the window before I accidentally dox myself. Oh yeah. Actually, I think my internet connection's a bit iffy, because I think we're dropping frames here. Dang. Alright, noted. What will happen if I reset my router right now? Will the stream end? Because I wanna switch my internet provider, because this one, oh god, see, it's going red. Does anyone ask you where you're from so far? A bit, but I'm being vague about it. But it's not a secret. I mean, it's fine if you know. It's just like a game to me that, you know, oh, you don't know where I live, but it's kind of obvious where I live, but I don't just like admit to it. I'm gonna switch internet providers if the stream goes away. Okay, this is an experiment. I'm gonna go to the router. I'll be back. I'll be back. Wait, I'll go back to the start stream menu. There. But you guys should still be able to hear me. Okay. Experimenting, switching routers while midstream. What will happen? Science. We are doing science. Hello? Hello, are you back? Are you back? Hello? Okay, I'm gonna go back to the game tube there. Are you back? Oh. Are we still live? Oh, we're still live! Yatta! Okay, that's good. That's a first. Okay, switching internet providers will not end the stream. Okay, fun fact. We have 2 internet providers because in our household we need internet like 24 hours a day. So we have 2 just in case one goes down, one is on. So I guess the other one was going down because we were having frame drops earlier, and the quality was really crap. Now we're back. Okay. Hello, Chizu. Oh, Chizu, you missed the sweaty gear ratio computating part, but we're done with that now, so we're good. We're good. We're good. 216 top speed. Yeah. Okay. You okay? You okay? Okay. Let's test it out. This should feel good. Should feel good. My controller disconnected. What the hell? Controller. I mean, so many technical difficulties. Controller. Oh wait, there. Okay. Garage. Answer course. Where is a good... Okay, this looks like a good entry point. How long will you be streaming today? My target when streaming is 2 hours. So we just started 30 minutes ago. So probably until like... So we have 1 hour 30 minutes left. But for the past how many streams, I couldn't help myself but extend. So could be 3 hours. Oh, look at that gear with my mouse pointer. Oh, there we go. Almost. It's still dropping below 6 though. Why is that? Close enough, close enough. I'll stick with this. This isn't bad. Immortal Clown, that's good. Flashy, flashy. Oh! Okay, conditions. Sorry, Immortal Clown. We'll battle you some other time. Oh my god. My throat is so raspy already. You know, I haven't talked this much, like, ever in my life. Now that we're doing like 3 streams a week. And plus, I film in between. I'm talking a lot these days. I think I need to start, like, drinking like room temperature water instead of ice water. Giggle gas! Giggle gas! Oh god, wrong application of giggle gas. Right before the corner. Hot-blooded quarterback. Could we lower the graphics settings? Yeah, I feel pretty okay with this. Dang it. Wow! I'm being left behind. So bad. Oh, Dragon Drive event. So what's that? Is it auto transmission? Yes, it's an automatic transmission. My logic being it's a arcade game, so I shouldn't need to have manual transmission. But we're getting to that point where I think I should use manual transmission. Because again, the opponents are becoming a bit harder to defeat. We're not there yet, so... Giggle juice. I like the term, by the way. Giggle juice. I'm gonna use that. Need more giggle juice. Right. Gotta get him on the left hander. Oh, got him. Got confused by the PA entrance. I'm gonna understeer. Okay, we're good. Ha! Got him. Hopefully. Come on. Keeping the RB26 DTT at bay. Oh yeah. Just slipstream. If we can get close enough. There's a certain amount of horsepower gap where no amount of slipstreaming will help you. I see this game you talk about on your intro. Did I? On the intro, I mentioned about playing games. So this is one of it. But as for the simulators, my 2 main simulators right now are Live for Speed, not to be confused for Need for Speed. It's Live for Speed LFS and Assetto Corsa, the first one with the mods. So those are my 2 go-to simulators when I'm practicing for IRL stuff. And everything else I just play for fun. So Actually, I want to try maybe next week or next week. I want to try beam NG on the steering wheel again, because there have been several physics updates that I have not tried it with the wheel. So I think it's about time to try it again, because I heard it's really good. We can do some rallying, off-roading. On Thursday, actually, depending on how far we get with TRX tonight, I'm planning to do an Assetto Corsa drift stream. Because did you guys see that new map in Assetto Corsa? What's his name? See, I'm really bad with names. The drift course. You can fall off the edge. It's like a challenge drift course. I want to do it. It looks so much fun. So we can stream that next week. And I'm going to also experiment if my computer can do VR streaming, because that's a whole nother like stress point for the computer. I don't know if my computer can handle that. So there will be a 3D model of me driving the car with the hands and everything. So I must still figure out how I'm gonna do that. Hopefully on Sunday. Sunday, sorry. Hopefully on Thursday. And then hopefully I can still also stream on Saturday. But next week I'll be gone, so there'll be no streams next week because I will be in Malaysia land. We're flying to Malaysia land on Sunday. I forgot when I'm gonna be back. It's almost a week, like 5 days, I think, 4 to 5 days in Malaysia land. So I might skip a few streams. Hopefully we can get some clippable clips with our live streams right now. In the previous live streams, I can probably like post clips instead of streaming. RTX 5080. I want a 5090. That would be cool. That would be cool. But actually, I am on a 3080, so it's pretty decent. It's okay. It was pretty good, but now it's just decent. And it's always small. Ooh. And then it's this one. Yeah, I think we lost to this guy. Really bad one time already. Okay, so I also have an i5 10400K. Is that correct? So I'm still on a 10th gen i5. So it's not. That's currently my biggest bottleneck. Is the processor. I can't really keep up with everything else. I'm like an i7. So I might well, until I post really informative how-to videos and stuff, I wouldn't really like set up a Ko-Fi yet. But I'm kind of planning, once I really start pushing out some informative content, I'm gonna put up a coffee. If you guys want to buy me coffee, or for me to upgrade my PC so we can have more frames. And also I realized if I'm gonna do this, we're gonna need to buy games on Steam. That can get expensive really quick. So we'll set up a coffee, just if you guys wanna help me buy games and upgrade the PC and all that. It'll all go to the streaming fund. Because once this 30, I don't think it's gonna break, but just in case, for example, the 3080 breaks, I have no idea how I'm gonna continue streaming after. Because I can't afford a 3080 or similar anymore. At least for now. Okay. Flexible color. We're doing good. The gear ratios feel good. Oh, that was a good move. Wow, I used that civilian as a Tamiya roller wall. Ah, he's still there. Turn right. Okay, we're good. We're beating him. Nice. Okay, our gear ratio escapades have paid off. Okay, I'm gonna read some chat now. Okay, right. Again, reading stream while driving. Not a good combination. It's okay, the 3080, but then I have a model, and although you have a model also, but like the new games and stuff, and we're gonna do VR, it's gonna get hairy real quick. Like I can't film in 4K VR, so I can't really like the video you saw me put out earlier. You can see the edges, right? Because I couldn't record in 4K. Dang it! It's not smooth. It's crispy. The edges are crispy. Remember over COVID when everyone went crazy for the 3080 for crypto mining? Sold out everywhere. The only thing I remember 3000 series is crazy price, yes. I used to VR stream only 1660. Really? But still okay, depend on what code you do. But 3080 still can stream. Oh, well, we'll find out. We will find out in the next few streams. Also, fun fact. The only reason why I was able to afford the 3080, because normally I can't afford the 3080, was because of mining. Okay, sit down, guys. I have another story to tell you guys. So, I sold my first BMW E36 for a 3080. So it was COVID, right? And then the video cards were becoming really, really expensive, and then but then mining became a thing, and then it was still somewhat profitable. And a friend of mine was like, "Come on, let's try it out. Let's try it out." So I'm like, "Okay, fine." And then I was like, "I don't have." It was the 3080 was literally $2,000 back then. I was like, "I don't have $2,000." But then I have this non-running BMW in the garage, which since it's pandemic, I'm not using anyway. So I'm like, what if I sell this E36? So I did. I sold the E36, and I got one video card, the 3080, and eventually it paid for itself. Who would have known? So my 3080 is practically free because it paid for itself, and we profited just a little bit, maybe like 50% profit. So like that's $1,000 profit before the Bitcoin market crashed, and no more profit. But at least I have a 30. That was good. That was good. Dang it. So, I was one of the reasons why the 3080 was so expensive. Mining. Although I wish I could still do that, because it'll be justified if, like, you buy a 5090, right? It's super expensive, but then if you earn it back anyway, right? And as long as you keep the cards well ventilated and properly like underclocked and everything, it should be fine. Like my 3080 is still fine. This used to run 24 hours for like a year and a half to 2 years, and I'm still using it right now. So, but then it was in a very well ventilated area, and I changed thermal paste and put some thermal pads on it before doing anything. Oh, so fast that guy. Oh, we have no more tires. It's probably 1 million more also. Come on. Come on. Just stay back. Just stay back. No, please. It's gaining on us so hard. Ah! The attack has ended. No! 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 Well, there's a corner. Hopefully we can get him on the corner. But then again, we have our rear tires are gone. Okay, our front tires are gone also. Okay, we're gonna use this one. Dang it! Agile wide receiver. Agile wide receiver. Okay, go back to the garage. And let's see what's what. The reason why I switched to AMD because of Nvidia is expensive. That's true. Though, I have not researched Nvidia, so I do not know what the Nvidia counterparts of Nvidia cards are. Or what AM... Wait, did I say that correctly? I'm not sure. What I meant is, I don't know the AMD equivalent of Nvidia cards. That's what I meant. Upbeat Crave Digger. Oh, Few Drift VR World. Ooh. Maybe, but as I mentioned in another stream, when I go to VR, I actually don't like driving. because like VR is my escape from car stuff. So I'll hang out, or if we're like a group, you guys can go driving. I'll just be chill on the in the paddock, taking pictures, feeling cute and all that. But I don't really drive in VR, and I get dizzy. That's probably one of the reasons why also. Upgrade your driver. What driver level? Me, ignorant to things. This one? Oh, what is this? I'm a gamer, by the way. I'm streaming a game right now. Driver level. Oh, is it this one? Nah, I don't want to level these up yet because again, the soft lock on the BP. So we're gonna go with these first for the money. Can it? Okay. Perk. Are we exceeding now? We don't have money. We don't have money. Where is the RX-8? Oh, NB. There's an NB. Wow. The RX-8. Okay, it's a good tier already. So with that logic, and based on how this graph is presented to us, since the Nissan Fairlady Z is further down, the Z32 should be better than the RX-8? Question mark? Mitsubishi one day. Ah, Cinderella past mid. Who the hell is Cinderella past mid anyway? Suzuki. Tuning? Tuning? Can we unlock tuning now? Nope. Tuning? Nope. Settings. Oh no, not settings. I meant tune. Okay, we're maxed out. Maxed out. Oh, we're not maxed out here yet. Okay. Oh wait, how much horsepower is that? 7 horsepower! A whole 7 horsepower. Let's go. Okay, we have... Oh, okay, these aren't upgraded yet. Oh wait, these are. Okay. Brakes. Okay, let's equip that. Clutch. Okay, we're already good with these. Nitro system. If only I could understand what the hell the suspension tuning is. A bit more stability, but I really have no idea what these do. Let's go hard, I guess. Hard. And alignment also. I guess we can just go for some camber, I guess. Because some camber is better than no camber. Maybe like... Oh wait, we can't adjust camber? We can't adjust camber? Nani? Or toe? Fascinating. Only ride height. Fascinating. A camber. Okay, lower it one more time. I wonder if that'll help. One more. Okay. LSD. Let's go for two-way. Let's just see what happens. Okay. Garage. Enter course. It's cool, Kiwi. This is actually more of a like a Zatsu stream because it's an arcade game, so you know I'd rather talk to you guys while playing than just focusing on the playing. It's more fun that way. Oh, there's a lot of opponents here. Ah, okay, this looks like a good entrance. Hold on, I'm going to open a Reese's cup. I mentioned earlier that I just ate dinner and my mouth is still very savory, and that I need a Reese's cup to like cleanse my palate. I've not done that yet, and my mouth is still very soy and Chinese food tasting. Like ASMR. Need to go now. Bye, Kiwi. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. Huh. Reese's cup. Drink water first. Yeah. To be honest, this section of the game is either buy RX-7 or cough up money. Oh, tuner guy. But what's the tuner guy do? I remember he's like in a parking lot, right? But then I want to go straight to the Z32. Because I don't think we can unlock the RX-7 either. Because isn't the RX-8 locked also? Oh, it's temporary. Okay, okay. Nom nom nom. Oh, finally. Palette cleanse. Wow. Another fun fact. The Reese's cups here in our country are actually really expensive. But after Christmas, there was a sale because the supermarket had an excess of the Christmas special gift package Reese's thing. So they're almost like 50% off. So I'm like, I'm gonna get some. I'm halfway through my stash, so I'm quite happy. Have a bit more Reese's cups at a reasonable price. It's upgrade for that night out, so you have to keep racing. Oh! So as long as you go back to the PAs and like replenish your tires and your nitrous, it takes the effect stays. See, my English is so bad. Ah! Fix that. So annoying. Or maybe I should slow down when I'm talking, so I can think before I speak. Just a little nitrous. Almost had let me out. Hope to beat this guy before the next guy so we can challenge him. There. No, I played 6. Okay, good. Next. Like I've been reviewing the past streams we had. I talk a lot, damn. It's like I never shut up. It's amazing. I actually find that amazing. Though, I think this is a joke. I don't mean this politically or anything. But like, I think I need more mental illness so I can match the energy of the other VTubers. Or maybe I'm just not confident yet. That confident. Like the whole screaming part and like being super energetic. I just can't do it. Maybe for now. Or maybe I should not be shy and unleash all of my mental illness here also. There. Oh. Some days cannot English also. Speaking is hard. Forming words with your mouth is hard. Will there be more cars within here soon? Or will we just go for the long drive? Bonus. Oh, there. I see an opponent in the far distance. It's a good thing you don't consume tires when you're not battling. But it's so annoying if you consume tires while just cruising. Ooh, oh my god. A parking area. I thought it was like a junction. I was panicking because on the minimap there was no other street to go. Why did I waste nitrous? I shouldn't have wasted nitrous. But we weren't battling anymore. Oh yeah, we're on a two-way now. What difference did I feel? Did I feel a difference? But then we lowered the car at the same time, which is a bad thing. Usually when you like experiment with tuning and stuff, you do it one at a time. So you know, you feel stuff. Coolant and oil temps. Whoa! So if you chilled Will the water and oil temp go down? But then again, that is a very good metric to like have like some more complexity and excitement in the game. Because yeah, IRL, right? If you're pushing like 700 and you're running the Wangan, especially like in the 90s, I'm pretty sure your oil temps are pretty high. And maybe your coolant also. So that seems like a realistic thing. What did you miss like that? Realistic. Like that's a realistic thing to have to watch out for back in the 90s. Risk liability for power. That's true. If you had the money, right? Just rebuild your engine every outing. Just like a real race team. No, can't afford to be a real race team. Like bring down the engine every race, just to check and overhaul. We're good. Oh, another update. If you guys are wondering about the Civic EG V20 VTEC, we're going to it on Thursday, so maybe I'll have an update Thursday night on what has happened to it. We're visiting it at the hospital, aka the shop. See what's what. I mean, this is another. I have so many stories. Okay, so here's another story. This week. Oh no, it's the wrong guy. It's the wrong guy. Dang it. Do I just lose this one? Okay, let's lose this one. So I want to challenge the other guy. Autopilot. Oh, you can't autopilot. Okay. Oh no! He's beating me! Beating me! Okay, so another friend of ours, he has an AE86 with a 4 AGE. It stopped running just all of a sudden after they replaced the radiator hose, and I'm like, what's the relation of the radiator hose, and it stopped running. So, oh wait, where's the opponent? Oh, this guy. So he's asking if I was familiar with the Arduino ECU, and I was like, yeah, I've done some. And he was like, can you come next week and just check it out to see if maybe there's like parameters or something that need to be reset. And I'm like, okay. But then I don't have the time yet to go. So I'm like, oh no, I promised a friend that we're gonna go. So I should go, so I should find some time. Maybe Friday, hopefully Friday. And I can post it on my IG stories so you guys can see the AE86 is coming. Sweet car. And then on Wednesday, which is what's that? Oh, nice. Nice one. On Wednesday, day after tomorrow, there's a BMW in the shop. An M3, that's an SMG, that's the automatic M3, that was swapped into a manual, and now the ECU is throwing a cone. So I'm gonna try my best to reprogram the ECU so it can accept the manual transmission. It's kind of crazy because there's not much like articles online on how to do it. On the non-M card, the M54, it's very easy. But on the M card, it has a different ECU, and nobody really like tinkers with it from a enthusiast point of view. They all have professional tuners do it. So I'm like, dang it, there's no resources. So okay. So apparently, to switch the automatic programming to manual, we need to download the program or the tune, and then we need to manually alter some bits. So we're gonna do some hex tuning on the program. So I'm scared. Oh! Oh, it's happening again. It's happening. Oi! 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 Hey, no fair. Oh no, our first gear is really long. No! Our rolling start. We're not built for rolling starts. For from a dig. We're not built from a dig. Okay, rolling start. So, I'm a study tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm a study which the hex address of the bit I need to flip so the ECU knows it's a manual. Yes. So, you know, I might sound like I know what I'm talking about, which at some points, yes, I do, but I also do, like, not know a lot of stuff. Just wing it as we go. So hopefully we're able to fix that M3's problem. Yes. No more tires. There's a PA coming up. There's an enemy there. They'll probably lose it. Let's go back to the garage. Keyword yet. Yes, exactly. This is how I learn stuff. This is exactly how I learn stuff. I don't know it, and then I learn it. Then now I know it. It's gonna be scary though because it's an M card, so the M ECU is expensive, so I better not brick it. That's the scary part. Why didn't I go to park? Was there a parking nearby? I actually don't know. I was thinking of going to a parking, but then I thought it might be far off, so I just went back to the garage. Team Juicy Heaven, wow. Which one? Cap? Oh, they're in the PA. Okay. Juicy Heaven. Juicy Heaven. Cupid arrows. Where's Cupid arrows? So far. No. It's only one guy though. I want a route where we can pass through many opponents. Can't decide. You know what? Let's go for that cat team. Let's go. I refuse to touch any German car, especially Volkswagen. I've heard the memes. I've heard the memes. There we go. Ooh, white cat. Oh, salary man with a pink Silvio. Wow. Amazing. Okay. PA race. You wanna battle me? Well, what should I do? Battle me. That's what you're supposed to. Oh, there's another one. There's two of them. Yes. What? The starter is part of the engine mount? Excuse me? But why? That's a thing? Making the starter a structural part. It's wild. It's pretty wild. Pickle juice just to get that jump. Clear tires feel good. Of course, they're good. Okay, we're doing it. Oh, I need to downshift. If I had a manual transmission, I would have downshifted. Dang it. Oh, cutscene. Konami. Is it true that German engineering is complicated? Yes, because they always want to be correct. Like they don't want to compromise, so they'd rather overcomplicate. I will explain after this cutscene. Or rather, let's challenge someone. Then I'll yap about German engineering. One whole section toolbox with nothing but tools for German tools. Yeah. Yeah. Like to do like a cam timing job on a M50, you need to have like the cam lock tool thing. Dang it! So complicated. Okay, so back in 1990, when was the MS-41 released? 1995, 1996. Though the M50s had this also. Okay, fine. Back in 1990, 1991, BMWs already had MAF sensors, already had O2 sensors, etc., etc., etc. So, for context, a Civic, what sensors will Civic have? A Civic will have a map sensor and a cam angle sensor, and that's about it. Is that about it? So TPS, throttle position. So based on your cam angle sensor, based on your map sensor, the pressure inside your manifold, and based on how much throttle you're putting on, that's the throttle position sensor, it already makes the engine run based on that. And then you also have a coolant temperature, just so the ECU knows that when the car is still cold, so for the cold starts and all that. So pretty simple. And then your air intake valve is also quite small, just to really like set the idle. That's a Honda in like 1998, 1996. Now a BMW in 1990 already has a MAF sensor. Then a MAF sensor is an airflow sensor. It's a bit more complicated than a MAP sensor, which is a pressure sensor. And then it has cam angle sensor and a crank angle sensor, because the Germans want to know the Germans want the ECU to know if something happened between the crank and the cam. Technically you don't need to, you only need one signal like the Hondas to get it running, but the Germans were like, no, that's not proper, because what if something happens, what if, etc., etc., etc. So for example, Vanos, if Vanos stops working, the ECU will know, because it'll detect that there's no variance between the cam angle and the crank angle sensor. So it was, oh, the Vanos is broken, throw a check engine light, whatever, choo-choo, whatever, stuff like that. So very, very complicated. And then, for example, if it's running a bit rich, it's gonna throw a code. Oh, you might have a vacuum leak. Oh, that's lean. If you have a vacuum leak, that's lean. It's gonna be like, oh, must have a vacuum leak. Check engine. And then also the oil catch system. Let's say on the M52, that's like 1995. They already have oil catch can systems before the blow by from the head goes back into the cylinder, into the intake manifold. While other cars, just up to now, cars right now have their crankcase ventilation directly ported to their intake manifold. While BMWs back in 1995 already had like an oil separator thing, because that's how it's supposed to be, but it adds complication. So yes, so it all makes sense though. It's not like it's just complicated for no reason. It actually kind of makes sense. Hence also, you have less Euro cars blowing up. It's usually a Euro car will stop running because of the electronics not working properly than it physically blowing up. Because again, there's so many sensors. It's so hard to blow up a German car. like accidentally, because you know when the coolant goes up, it already changes the fuel mixture, and if the coolant temperature is too high, it's gonna retard timing and all that. Super duper complicated. But the thing is, if you want to build a race car, for example, let's say you have like a 90s JDM car, you would want this much precision anyway. So it's not like the Germans were wrong in being this precise. It's just that they didn't need to for passenger cars. But they did. So I'm thankful though. It's pretty good. I enjoy my M52 BMW E36 because it's very sorted out from the factory. I don't need to modify it that much for it to be like good, for it to drive good. Just treat this guy and stop so we can challenge the guy behind us. Oh no, it's a cutscene. Ah, cutscene. Okay, okay. Triple square bits. What is a triple? I don't even know what triple square bit is. German's profit is from services car. Yeah, yeah. Ah, inverted torque bits, yes. Oh, really? DAF fluid and diesels. Oh, that was a Mercedes thing. Okay. Yeah, European cars are pretty complicated. Yeah, exactly. If you did put the fuel cap back on, or if the gasket has a leak, it's gonna throw a check engine light. But I thought about it. It makes sense. In the weirdest way, it does make sense. Because they have that super complicated ventilation tank system. The other benefit is, if you get a fuel leak, or if you have like a slight fuel leak and vapors were leaking out from under the car, that's technically dangerous, right? That's a fire hazard. But because they have that system in place, you're more sure that you don't have any fuel hose venting issues if the check engine light doesn't come on. So again, it does have a use. It prevents fire, which is nice, you know. Your car being not on fire is nice. Am I really quiet? Is it quiet? Mic test, mic test. Wait, I have a. I think I'm okay. There, I upped the volume of the microphone by 1, but then we might start clipping. That's why I kept it at volume 7. Now it's on volume 8. Oh. Yeah. Come on. A little bit of giggle juice. Just a little bit. Okay, I was supposed to say a story. I was supposed to tell you guys another story, but I forgot. Wait, what were we talking about earlier? Ventilation, crank, something, fuel, O2 sensors. This analness, this precision that BMW like also wants to put on the cars is also why they're fairly fuel efficient. Like in reference to other cars of same displacement, because I can get like 8 kilometers per liter on the 330 Ci, and to me that's mind-boggling. Because on a 4G63 I do like 6, the non-turbo 4G63 I do 6, 7, but then on a 330 3-liter 6-cylinder I do 8 in a BMW, and the BMW is heavier at that. So again, it makes sense. It's just so hard to fix. I want to convert my car from MAF to MAP. Yes, I would like also. Though, actually, the MAF is pretty good coming from like a tuner's point of view. The MAF is pretty good because even if you change like the air filter and like your headers, like minor changes, the MAF can pick up the change, and you don't really need a tune for the horsepower to reflect. Unlike if you have a MAP, you change one little thing. Like you have one little vacuum leak and your whole tune is off. So again, the math complicated, but makes sense. If you have the money and the time, would go for the math. Math is pretty, and also math will be also more fuel efficient. So yeah, okay. I remembered my story now. So people kind of don't like EVs, right? I kind of sort of like them in a way, because they're less complicated. So was it the M5, the V10 engine? It's the meme where there's a it's a V10 or V8. There's an M5 engine like taken out from the car. Oh no, we're losing. And then you see all of the vacuum hoses, you see all of the coolant hoses, intercooler hoses, and like all the hoses, right? It's so complicated just by looking at it. and it only produces like what, 500 or 600 horsepower, I think. But don't quote me on that. I don't know the exact number. But the point is, for you to produce a reliable 600 horsepower in a car, and have like in the car, then your packaging needs to be good so it fits under the hood, and it needs to pass emissions, and then it needs to be fuel efficient, and it needs to drive like, well. I mean, by that I mean refined. It's not jerky and all that other stuff. So in order to have all that refinement, you need to put all those things on a gasoline engine just to make it do all of that. Meanwhile, an EV is literally an RC car. You have a motor, you have a controller, and etc. etc. It's just that I guess the implementation of EVs right now are not that good yet in terms of performance driving. But you can have like a 700 horsepower EV, and it's not going to be complicated. It might be expensive because of the technology and of course the paywall that the companies are putting on. But again, looking at how complicated a V8 twin turbo BMW is when you pull the engine out, I mean, just one hose. Like from the factory, brand new, sure, but imagine owning the car for like a long time, and then you have to like have something done. Like one hose started to go. In my opinion, change all the hoses already, because you don't want to be pulling down the engine every time a hose goes, right? So that's my kind of side on why EVs kind of make sense. Because you can have 700 horsepower, and it's not gonna be super complicated. And if you drive responsibly, you're only gonna consume like it's not 4 kilometers per kilowatt hour if we measured it correctly. Which is already bad for an EV, but then again, if you're talking about 700 horsepower, that's pretty good. Because I think in the US, 1 kilowatt is like 1 cent? How much is a kilowatt in the US? It's 5. It's 10 cents. There we go. I think 1 kilowatt in the US is 10 cents. And that 10 cents of yours can already power an EV 4 kilometers. Imagine that. And you have 700 horsepower on tap. Not a bad proposition. Like high-powered EVs are cars you can literally daily, not break the bank, but when you put your foot down, rips your face off. Oh, the MAF housing. Okay, when we're talking about the MAF housing restriction, yeah, you have to do that. Or I think what other people do is when they convert MAFs to like the MAF where you can install it on a pipe, and then you have a bigger pipe, I think. Then you just have to retune the ECU to like tell it this is how much air this much voltage means. Are we repeating people? No. I'm actually not paying attention to the racing because I'm talking. Are we repeating races already? Charging stations are a few in between. That's true though. Charging is an issue, especially when you're going like out of town. But then if you have like a fixed schedule, or like if your week is not, wait, what's this? Mark X constant battle streak. Eh? I can't battle him. Oh, there's a check. Okay, good. Just that. Because on a daily commute, let's say 10-20 kilometers commute, that's only like how many percentage of battery that you consume every day. And if you plug it when you go back home, overnight you're supposed to have enough charge to fully charge it again. So for a daily commute, it's okay. For road trips, different story. I've only driven a couple of electric cars and they were pretty fun. I don't think I'd own one, but they're cool. I also don't know if I want to own an electric car soon because they're pretty. It's like uncharted territory, so I'm not willing to put my own money there yet. But there's promise. But of course, it's the battery technology that's a big question mark. So the hybrids right now make more sense. And slowly, which is sad. This is a sad topic also. hybrids are slowly replacing turbo cars. Because if you guys noticed, a lot of cars, eco cars, became turbo the past decade or so because turbos actually made cars more fuel efficient. You can have an engine that has the power of a 2-liter engine, so you can carry like a heavier car and heavier chassis, but it's only 1.5 liters. So in traffic, you're only sipping 1.5 liters. But when you put your foot to the floor, it's as if the engine is 2 liters. So in that way, a turbo can actually save fuel because it saves you fuel when you're in traffic. And I also heard that turbos help with the pumping losses. Since you have positive pressure in your intake, there's like less rotating resistance from your engine if you're turbo. So turbo adds efficiency. But now, since hybrids are a thing, they're so much more efficient than turbos. So the Civic turbos are starting to fade away. They're now becoming Civic hybrids. There's the CRV hybrid, HRV hybrid. Everything's hybrid. But then again, yes, because it is more efficient. It's just sad though. And I find it really weird. I've driven some hybrids. So when you floor the throttle, you have instant torque, right, from the electric motor, which is nice. But then your engine is like at a low RPM, and then you need to wait for the engine to hit the power band for it to like, whoa. So I'm like, oh, it's kind of weird. Or some of these hybrids, the engines aren't really tuned to like produce power. Because like, again, it's an eco engine. So when you put your foot down, you do feel the EV, but then when the gas motor comes in, it's like, okay, it's more powerful, but it's alright. It's kind of weird. But there's like two-step power because it's electric, then engine, and then there's the hybrid turbos. So there's the electric, then the engine starts revving up, then the turbo spools. So I'm like, dang. Yeah, there's turbo hybrids now. We recently just tested a China car. What was that? The Baik BJ BJ30. It was a 1.5 turbocharged hybrid, producing 400 total horsepower, which wasn't bad. It was a good drive, except that again, when you put the foot down, the power comes in stages because everything loads. Because first, not to mention the transmission loading. Okay, we've done everyone here. Return to garage. So the EV kicks in, the two EV motors kick in, then you feel the CVT figuring out what gear ratio it needs to be in, then the engine comes in, then the turbo comes in. I'm like, oh god, so many stages. Huactua 50, yes. Oh, the 30. The Huactua 30. Huactua. It's not bad. To be honest, so I won't be biased, the China cars are getting better, which is scary. I'm actually afraid for our Japanese, American, and European brands because I really prefer those brands. But they're in trouble. They're in a lot of trouble because these China cars are so cheap, and they're kind of worth it for the price. They're kind of worth it for the price. So they're stealing revenue from our beloved JDM and EUDM. What? And our EUDM brand preferences. Yeah, bring back high RPM. Emissions, why? It's all emissions' fault. Okay, enter here. There, then depart. Yes, okay. I guess I can talk about it. I hope Ford doesn't listen to this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Well, I guess the Ford EcoSport is an old car anyway, so they better update it anyway. Even if Ford is listening. Hey Ford, listen. We had another China car last week. It was The Chang'an CS15. There's so many China brands that I keep on forgetting the name. It's literally like it's so cheap, like really really cheap, and it's better driving than the EcoSport. And I was like, what the hell? It's just better than an EcoSport. So it's scary. That China cars can produce cars cheaper and are better than some of the trusted car brand cars. Ooh. Boost. Nouse. You know, I'm actually considering nitrous oxide for one of our builds. Nitrous oxide and meth injection. Because on our 330 E46 race car, we're installing a supercharger kit, like a basic one. But the basic supercharger kit does not come with an intercooler. And I'm like, why does it not come with an intercooler? So it's either we're going to need to fabricate our own intercooler piping and, you know, figure that out because it's so, the engine bay is so tight already. Or we just go with like meth injection and nitrous to cool the intake charge. Not to add more horsepower, but to cool the intake charge. Fun fact, because we're using Giggle Juice right now. Giggle Juice! But then we have to refill it. I don't like refilling more things that I shouldn't need to refill. Like meth and nitrous oxide. I just want to put fuel and oil, that's it. Which is a good thing I'm not paying for the race car also, because apparently a six-cylinder BMW with an oil cooler, a big oil cooler, will need 9 liters of oil. I'm like, but Jesus Christ, 9 liters of oil? I can't afford 9 liters of oil every oil change. I'm used to my Japanese 4 liters of oil. Oh, another fun fact, if you guys are planning to go for the E3646 route, that's one thing to consider. The change oil for the 6 cylinders is 6 liters, so something to ponder, because that's 2 extra liters, and if you're using fully synthetic oil, that can add up. Oh really? Wait, I need to write that down. Chizu, write that down. Chizu, write that down. Every 50 HP shot, retard 2 degrees of timing. Rule of thumb. Write that down, Jesus. Write that down. We need that. Oh, Chizu, we might actually need that because the SW20 heat soaks. In order to battle heat soak, maybe you need to run nitrous. Because there's really no space in the engine bay in an SW20 for like a really big intercooler. So heat soak is a real issue. Unless you got up your trunk. Okay, this guy's too fast. Eternal Polaris. How about the yellow, what other yellow opponent? Or is that the mascot? The too fast mascot. Too fast. Too furious. Too fast for you. Oh, another example on why, oh god, we can't leave this part. Let's go back to the garage. Another example of German cars being Madonnas, but at the same time it's a good thing. Early 90s BMWs already had knock sensors, like stock. So when you're tuning a BMW, again, it's hard to blow up. Even if you put shitty gas, all of a sudden something happens, it detects knocks, it retards it. A lot of the Civics and a lot of the 90s cars didn't come with knock sensors. So if you put bad fuel in it, kaboom, explode. So another thing, that's why when the B20 comes out, we might actually have it tuned by someone else yet first, because I haven't tuned the Honda yet, and I'll look at how much timing they're willing to push. Because in a BMW, I know exactly how much because the knock sensor is there. Like I can see the knock sensor doing something. But then in a Honda, I don't know how the other tuners do it without a knock sensor. But they do. So they have a technique that I need to do. I need to learn. Okay, here. Ramp in. Start at 16 degrees. Can they go as high as like 32, 30 degrees? Or is that too high already? Should we cap it at 28, call it a day? 28 degrees, call that a day. Past 8K. Your engine went above 8K? What? I feel like the B20 is gonna explode at 7.5 already. It feels like it wants to like rock itself, vibrate itself to bits at like 7.7 RPMs. Really, 23, 24. Okay, so that's the roughly the range. By spark plugs, what do you mean? Like up to hotter plugs? Or is it colder plugs? I mean the higher number plug. So like a BKR7 or a BKR8. 8. Damn, cheese. Darn. I lost. Oh, that's fast. I thought I was still catching up. Okay, come here. I'll take you again, ferocious polar bear. Oi! Don't ignore me. Just because you beat me once. Jeez, I write that down. 23, 24 degrees of timing on a Honda. Because ours was running like 28 when it quote-unquote blew up. By blew up, there was an oiling issue. So it did technically blow up. It seized. So it wasn't a timing issue. But yeah. We were running around 28. And then we had BKR7 spark plugs. And then the spark plug gap was so small already. What was the spark plug gap I was running? Because the spark kept blowing out. I'm like, wait, I'm already running turbo spark plug gaps and it's still blowing out. So I kept on tightening the spark plug gap. Yes, alright. To the left, I have some components on the left. Color of the plugs, not normal. They're like brown, the brownish, light brownish. Oh yeah, the strap. There's like a white line on the cathode diode. I forgot what it's called. The thing that pokes out, the metal thing. There's a line there, right, that tells you if it's too cold or too hot. I forgot which part. Yeah, I'll Google it again. Normal color. Like a white stripe thing almost on the bend of the spark plug, of the metal bend. So that should be correct, right? Oh, evil Gale Agu. Electrode. There we go. Electrode. Cathode is the white porcelain part, right? No wonder the tuner, or rather the other builder was like, what timing were you running? I was like 28, and he was like, oh, that's kind of high. I'm like, really? But then, I did the DIY knock ears, where you put the knock sensor on the block, and then you have an amplifier, then you stick it in your ears. There was no knock yet at that RPA, at that timing, so in my defense, there was no audible knock. A little bit ahead of the bend. By ahead, you mean like closer to the cathode or closer to the base? Damn. Oh god, I hit this. No! No! Wild Satsuma Hayato. What fuel were you running? We're running 97 RON. In our country it's RON. So what's that in US? Probably 93. A 93 equivalent. Oh wait. Wait a minute. Have we challenged this person before? It was green. I think we have. Dang it! Yeah, we have. Okay. Go on ahead, sir. It's fine. It wasn't you I was aiming for. Just go. Take the win. I'm proud of you. Closer to the diode. Okay, okay. Noted, noted. 93 on a 13:1. Yes, but that's the highest we have. Oh, Chizu was running 95. So Chizu was running 91 on a 13:1. Chizu, explain yourself. I'm exposing Chizu's octane gasoline. But don't worry, Chizu is now on a MR2, so it's no longer our problem. His engine is no longer our problem. But actually, it was pretty okay. I'm gonna go specifics on the Honda now. Apologies to the non-Honda people listening, but it's pretty crazy when you have like 12 or 13 compression ratio. Before VTEC kicks in, right? Because okay, let's be specific here. VTEC has more overlap, right? So you have more horsepower. Oh my god, tempting amethyst. There's more overlap, so there's more horsepower at high RPM, right? So you have less dynamic compression because there's overlap. But before VTEC, the overlap is like a street car or like a normal eco cam, right? So you have a lot of dynamic right. You have a lot of dynamic compression. So literally at 2000 3000 RPM full throttle, there was a lot of knock, like pinging, a lot of like, I hear in my earphones like, and I'm like, that's knock. But I'm running literally 2 degrees of timing. What do you want? Like I think I ran like 0 or 1 degree of timing below VTEC just so that there's no ping, and I'm like, damn, it's a lot of ping. But yeah, Chizu was correct. We did have stock headers back then. Now we have aftermarket, so should help. But I found it so interesting that I was already running 0 degrees of timing, and there was still pinging, and I'm like, dang, what the hell? Because we were also planning to only run 91 octane. But then after hearing the ping, I'm like, we can't. We need to we need to up to octane because it's so bad. This guy's fast. Tempting atheist. Amethyst. Atheist. Tempting amethyst. Ah, there, we got him. Good. Let's go. Is there a PA nearby? We need tires. We can no longer turn. Whew. Losing control of the car. Spark knock. I know, right? 100 octane or like E85 for those for that high of a compression ratio. Unless you're Sky Active. A modern Sky Active engine. So wild, no? 14 compression and then you only need to run 91. Okay. Pretty wild. Oh, on this rebuild also, the domed pistons that we have. Actually, we didn't want to run 13 compression, but then one of our sponsors thought it was a good idea to just slap it in. I'm like, okay. So we didn't have a choice in the matter. But now that the engine is being rebuilt, we machined the pistons so it's flat again. So hopefully we're running like 10s instead of 13s now. Hopefully. So we can have a little bit more of a reliable tune. Because again, the B20 VTEC that we're building is not necessarily for high horsepower. We just need an engine to go on track with. We just need a running engine. Worst case scenario, we'll put a B20 non-VTEC in it just to fix everything if this motor still acts up. Or a B18 non-VTEC. Just call it a day. We just need to get the car running. Okay, win. Is there a PA? Or let's see if we can find the PA. Do you guys have access to ethanol over there? Yes, there is literally one gas station. Oh god, let's spin out. There's literally one gas station that carries E85. So it's kind of stupid to run an E85 tune also, unless you're like a race car, because you need to go to that one gas station, which is in the central city, and both the racetracks are literally 100 kilometers apart, north and south. So if you're gonna have a race weekend on E85, you need to be carrying a lot of jerry cans. So it's not really an option for, at least for us, not yet, because we still drive the cars to the track. We don't have a trailer yet. Our race team isn't that advanced yet. So no thanks. Oh, the GSR motor is 10 stock? Really? I thought it was 9. Fascinating. The GSR had VTEC, right? Or is this the non-VTEC one? You need a PA. You need a parking area. I think me and our other friend wrongly assumed you'd be aftermarket headers. Yeah, that's true. No, but the thing is, the other friend was the one who gave us the headers, so he should know. He should have known. Because the headers came from him also. The OEM headers. Okay, GSR is VTEC mode. And again, in my defense, the engine didn't blow up because of timing. It was an oiling issue, so, you know. Excuses. My ricer excuses. Pew, pew. Like all of the bearings were like scratched up, and connecting rod number 3 welded into the crankshaft. 9. Oh, still pretty high. 9.6 is to 1 for the non-VTEC. Cool. Okay, what's the Type R's compression ratio? 11? 10.5? I would love me a B18C. 11. Oh, okay. So 11 is a good number. Okay. Wait, what didn't know that he knew? Oh, he probably forgot. Because a lot of things happen between. You know how our cars are? Sometimes we install parts on it not because we like bought it. It's because it's the thing available lying in the parts bin. And we forget about it. Because the first iteration, right? They were the one who built it. They were the one who put the 13-to-1 piston in it. So they should know it was on a stock header because they assembled it, right? They put it in the car. They were the ones who put it in the car. But yeah, I mean, I understand where you could have forgot because I forget what parts are on the car sometimes. There's so many projects to like take note of now that I really forget what's on what and which parts are where. Yeah, you gotta make do with what you have. Oh, I haven't passed the PA yet. 216. Okay, I think we can extend our gear ratio like 225. Good. No PA yet. I can't imagine. E85 plus boost. Damn. That'd be wild. I actually I wanna boost in Honda. Just for the shits and giggles. Just change your final drive. I mean, wait, final drive in the game or final drive in the Honda? Because right now we're on a 4.4, which is just about right. But I think a 4.7 would be slightly better. Oh, in game, yeah. This was still this final drive was tuned for our previous power level, where we topped out at 220. But now we have more power. We can extend it a bit. Really, no PAs yet. Change tires. We go back to the garage now. Yeah, let's go back to the garage since we're gonna need to change gear ratios anyway. Ha! The one thing people don't talk about, which I want to talk about on this channel a lot. Limited slip differentials. They're not the same. Not all limited slip differentials are created equally. Like, the Type R differential is good, but I want a tighter one. Because I still feel it opening up sometimes. Like a tad, just by a smidge. I'm not angry at it, but I would prefer like a tighter LSD. And then, for me, when a BMW, like, when a BMW is for sale, and it says, oh, it comes with an OEM LSD, I'm like, that means nothing to me. Because the OEM LSD is as good as open when you're putting full throttle down. I'm like, it's useless. I'll change it anyway. So don't make it a selling point that it's LSD. The LSD is shit. Longer. Okay. Maybe like 225, maybe 230. I think we'll hit 230. Let's try 230. There. This side. 3.88. What did we do? Oh, there, 3.8. Okay, yeah. Thereabouts. Garage. Let's go. Going for that long drive bonus money. I would have earlier, but then we were capping out at 216 and I was getting annoyed. I need to go faster. Who's this guy? Okay, let's try this guy. Turn left. But this does take me back. If there are any potential sponsors for the channel, please don't listen to what I'm going to say next. This reminds me of way back, like how many years ago, when I used to like just run around our streets. I would go at like 40 kilometers per hour and then wait for like a car to pass by that's like modified, and I'll start chasing him, and we'd start, driving enthusiastically. But it wasn't a race. Like, we just started driving with each other at like a comfortable, chill pace. And then when we needed to, like, I made it a rule that when we wanted to part ways already, I'll honk my horn and wave at him from my window. It was fun. Like the camaraderie was pretty solid. Like way back, even on the street. But of course, it's impossible now because the traffic is so bad. Back then, it was still possible. So it's like this, where you like drive around, somebody comes up to you, and just go. Have fun. And well, a diff will get you by. Maybe not in a front-wheel drive car. Actually, not in a rear-wheel drive car. Also, I have strayed away from the welded differential. Unless it's a dedicated drift car, I wouldn't run a LSD on anything. I mean, I wouldn't run a welded on anything. A spool runs so bad, especially if you only have if you don't have the supporting mods. Because you really need to have a stiff chassis. Then you need to retune your whole suspension and sway bars and everything, alignment, just for it to play well with the welded, or else you just understeer forever. So LSD still stonks. Because the V8 stock cars, as far as I know, they're spools, right? So that's as good as welded. But since they're tuned, the handling is tuned for a welded, then they handle okay. Actually, yes, that would be nice if we encounter a Honda. If we encounter a Honda roadblock, I'll remember you. I'll give you a message. I'm wasting the go juice. What a waste of the mouse. Who would bog down? Ooh, nice color. Purple and yellow. What color? Whoa, that's not bad. Like a retro livery. Damn it! I'm admiring your car. Don't ram into me. Mapo senpai. Dang it! It's pulling away so hard. What's the term? What's the term I'm looking for? He's pulling away hard. He's pulling away fast. English. Or he's pulling away, period. Oh, you already have more horsepower than me. Stop playing dirty. Okay, GSR 1997. Okay. Hold on, I'll read the chat after this guy. Mapo senpai. Isn't it senpai? Not senpai with an N? Senpai. Senpai. I'm losing SP points from this distance? Really? Got him. Okay, we're getting him. I can feel him breathing down my neck. Oh, it's a pretty intense battle. Yes, okay. Whew. Okay. Won it in a raffle. Ooh. Oh, you can drift it, you can drive. That's true though. You can drift it, you can drive it. They drive first about the diff. And for setup to drift as well. Pushing alignment yeah. But then I assume, well, based on the drift cars that I've driven with welded differentials, it understeers, right? Like if you try to grip drive it, it understeers. Like bad. So if you wanna attack a corner at any at a enthusiastic speed, you need to be sideways to make the turn. Though the welded diff is super predictable, if there's one advantage to it. And it's simple, you don't need special LSD oils and whatnot. And we lose so bad. Oops, sorry, taxi. We'll challenge the next guy. Over there. Over yonder. Where is he? Look at that. Ah, our tires are almost gone. Cutscene. Yeah. There's a couple of plates, some brake clean, some welding rods, and you're off you go. Black cat. Ooh. No, so fast. Where are we going? Right or left? Right or left? Right or left? Damn. We don't have the tires. No. Yeah, we're gonna lose this one. Okay, go back to the garage. Maybe one more outing. Ah, wait for it a bit. Wait, parking area. Nah, garage. Because I wanna spawn somewhere else. Jump. I head back to work. Might be back in an hour. We might not be streaming in an hour, so goodbye GDI Joe. Thanks for dropping by. But maybe one more outing and we'll end the stream also, because we've been streaming for 2 hours now. I actually want to stream some more, but I should stop. Do other things. Oh, the parking here might have. Yes. Love a shooter. Okay, sure. What do normal streamers talk about? We're so deep into the car thing. We're talking about spark plug gaps, ignition timing. It's wild. Compression ratios. Oh, these guys are easier to beat. Okay. Let's go start challenging the parking lot people. The hard parkers, yeah. Whatever we want, yeah. As long as it's a Corona. Any brew that you want. As long as it's a Corona. Like to the other 11 people watching, are you guys okay with this? We're just talking about very specific car stuff. Okay, Boo Boo 6. Okay, he only has 230 horsepower. It should be good. Okay, let's go. Yeah, and this is that's my whole thing. I'm a car VTuber, so I guess we should be talking about this. It is the genre. Hazy hours. Oh, thank you. Yes, I will be a very specific niche VTuber. Very specific. And I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I think I might hold back on the driving techniques video first, because I think I'm going to make the car technical videos first, because I realized, for example, we're going to teach heel and toe, but then you need to know about rev matching and RPMs and gear ratios. So how will I teach you heel and toe if we haven't taught you about the transmission, the clutch, and the final drive and whatnot, right? Well, not till the final drive doesn't really matter, but transmission and the clutch and road speed versus engine speed. So I believe I need to like have like a series first of what is an engine, what is etc etc. And also as I've mentioned before, left foot braking. The reason why left foot braking makes your car stable is because, who's this? Salt Eki guy. Wow, okay. 190 horsepower. Wow, okay. Brave. Left foot braking stabilizes your car because it acts as all-wheel drive two-way LSD when you're slightly on the brakes. That's why, like when you're rallying, it's kind of like squirmy, right? The car. But once you like lean on the brakes even just a bit, the car starts to straighten out, because it's equalizing the left and the right rotation speeds of the tires, etc etc etc. But how will I explain that if I haven't explained what LSD does to handling, right? So we'll do that first before left foot braking, and then etc etc. Cool. And like when we discuss spring rates and like suspension tuning, of course the basic knowledge of like a tire, what do you call that the theory, the more load you put on the tire downwards, the more you press a tire down, the more grip it has, but it's at a diminishing marginal return. Hence, having a heavier car does not net you grip, because the amount of additional grip that your tire has due to the additional weight of the car is not as high as the momentum that you now must overcome when you corner with a heavier car. So to speak, in summary, of course we're going to explain that in a more watered down and like 5-minute video instead of 1 sentence kind of way. But then you need to know that concept first before knowing the concept of what springs does to things. Right, so we're gonna do slowly. This channel will be a very slow burn, because I think we're just gonna put, I hope we can put out one video per week. Hopefully that's the goal, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure there'll be some weeks where we're gonna skip a video. It's friction coefficient, it is, but then it's more of the ratio, because what's if pushing down the car generates more grip, why don't you just increase the weight of the car, right? That's why it doesn't work. And that's why downforce works, because you increase the downward pressure on the tires without increasing the weight of the car. So it's the same, you're trying to overcome, or rather contain the same amount of weight in the corner, but with more pressure pushing down on the tires. So I love the term diminishing marginal returns. Wow, it sounds so fancy, with my diminishing marginal returns. And like I'm also one of the instructors that will actually teach you heel toe last. Because a lot of people are like, oh, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. But what I notice when kids see it in initial D and all that, and not just kids, I mean new drivers, and then they over focus on heel toe, that they don't brake properly anymore. They just focus on the heel toe because it's cool. So I'm like, unless you've got the basic braking down, then you can start heel toeing. But unless you can brake properly first, please don't heel toe. Just let the clutch out slowly. You'll be faster for your laps and for your practice. I'll be one of those, or rather, I'm the only instructor I know that will refuse to teach you heel toe until you're ready. Okay, let's start the garage. Let's try another PA. Maybe another PA is nice. What's heavier? A ton of bricks or a ton of feathers? But they're bricks. But they're feathers. That video is so funny. Well, it's not hilarious, but it gives you a giggle. A giggle. It makes you giggle. Eh? Can you just come from here? From this one. Or maybe we can do this and see if it's in the... Okay, this one. In the PA. Also, okay, I'm gonna start spilling some beans here because I'm just in the mood to yap about stuff that people don't tell you, and I don't know why people don't tell you about it. It's like I had to figure this out on my own. So people are like, okay, you tune camber, right? Camber this, camber that, camber, etc., etc. More grip, but camber has a lot more other effects, right? So the thing is, when you have more negative camber on a side of a car, for example, like if you notice, new front-wheel drive cars usually have more camber in the rear than almost zero camber in the front, right? So what happens is, when you chuck the car into the corner, I mean, even the sportier front-wheel drive cars will have this alignment stock from the factory. When you throw the car into the corner, you actually have less contact patch on the rear tires because there's more camber on it. So even though you have more negative rear camber, initially that side will be has less contact patch. So when you throw it in, the rear will slide, and wow, it's so sporty because the car points in. But once the car starts rolling, that's when the grip comes in from the camber. Then you start understeering once that camber evens out with the roll, right? So when you're tuning camber, you also need to take into account the turn in. Like that's why even rear wheel drive cars, you might say, how come they just don't run zero camber? Or like, why are some rear wheel drive cars, they run like ridiculous amounts of camber? Actually, if you have a welded differential, maybe having like ridiculous amounts of camber will actually help. Because initially, when you throw the car in, you won't have the contact patch, and the car will rotate. But once you lean on it, you get the grip. So you tune it with that in mind. It's not just a blind, oh, seems to be the optimal camber, etc., etc. Because stance people don't, I don't even like when I see stance people, and sometimes they ask me how much for suspension tune. I'm like, no, I will not tune your stance car. Because first of all, it's a stance car. It's not meant to handle in the first place. Like, I will respect your decision to stance the car, but it's not like I like it. But don't force me to like it. Yeah, do you even bag? Oh, no! I might get into bags soon. As like a test. So we might like put bags on a specific car. We'll try to race it. We'll see what's up. Because as far as I know, some people race on bags, and I think it's a compromise. But maybe it's good enough. I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe like in half a year we'll start the project. It will depends on if the guy starts it or not. But yeah, camber. It's not just like, I don't know why it's such a simple concept, but nobody explains it that way. And I want to be the guy who explains it to everyone that, you know, just don't put camber randomly and think you'll have grip, because it's depends. Actually, in Civics, in track cars, some of them, for example, they don't have the spring rates or something to really tune the handling, and they only have alignment to play with. They're at a compromise to begin with. Sometimes if the car doesn't want to rotate, they actually add camber, negative camber in the rear to reduce the contact patch so the car rotates. So we're not even using camber in a way that we'd think we'd use camber in this situation, because we're actually reducing overall grip through the whole range and not just, you know, trying to maximize grip by adding more. So I'm like, fascinating. Silver Impact. Why can't they challenge you again? Oh wait, okay, we can have it. Okay. Camber. And also, this is for you drift boys out there. That's why I don't run that much negative camber on my rear wheel drive cars. Maybe like 2 at most, 1.5 to 2.5 depending on the car. It's because when you start sliding, wait, how do I word this? Hold on, give me a second. I'm wording it. Okay. So for example, you have -3 camber on the rear of your BMW, right? And you're grip driving. When the rear breaks away, the more negative camber you have, the snappier the oversteer is going to be. And the snap oversteer resulting to it will also be bad. So saving a slide with a rear wheel drive car with more negative camber is slightly harder. Because imagine, you're leaning on it, right? So you're gripping, you're at optimal contact patch. You get too excited with the throttle, it slips. So the car rolls less now because you're slipping. So you now have less contact patch. And you're slipping more because you had less contact patch than earlier. Then when it straightens out, for example, it starts to snap right into the other direction. So you're turning left, and then it oversteers. When it starts to grip up, the car will swing to the right? But then, if you remember, you have a lot of negative camber. Your other tire, the one that's getting loaded now on the other side, is so negative because you were leaning onto one direction. So when you're doing that, it's going to snap, and the possibility of you snap oversteering is more until that tire leans on and gets onto that contact patch. So it might be good for drivers who are like driving in the limit all the time, so you have maximum grip. But then if you have a driver who likes to dance on the limit, it might be harder for him or her because the rear is more unruly to save when it snaps out. Again, camber things that people don't talk about. Why don't they talk about this? It's not that difficult to talk about. Yes, the coilover travel is very, very, very... Like, the amount of people who don't set up proper travel is mind-boggling. Like, it's basic, but people don't do it. I'm like, what? It's the first thing you do when you get coilovers. You set the travel, make sure your tires aren't rubbing stuff and your arms aren't bottoming out on things. It's simple. I hope you never get to see a squatted truck IRL. I think I won't because our country's too poor for that. Thank God. Here's another thing to consider. Yeah, the shock will travel. Because also, for example, here's another thing that a lot of even experienced, well, quote-unquote experienced suspension tinkerers forget to do, is that your spring has a minimum bind height, right? There's a certain amount of travel before your spring literally binds on itself. So, even if you think, oh, I'm adding preload so I can have more bump travel, you need to remember, the more preload you have, the less spring, or the earlier the spring will bind also. So there's only really a small window of preload you can add before you're reducing overall travel as a whole. So usually it's like 10, 20 mm. Actually 20 is a bit too high already. Like sometimes 10, 5. So on some cars I only run 5 mm of preload, so I can maximize like that bump travel. Yes. Nice bump steer. With the results to suspension geometry. Though bump steer, I understand why people don't like discuss it too much, because that's geometry. Geometry, you need math. Like the degree of swing of an arm, of two different arms, and the different arcs that it produces, pulling the knuckle in a certain way, etc., etc. But then again, I don't want to get too sweaty in that regard. I will mention suspension geometry, but I don't want to get into the this many degrees is this many millimeters based on the cosine tan formula. I'm not gonna go. You just hire a suspension engineer, guys. We're not going that far. I'll make you aware of it. So if you want to learn about it, go Google it yourself. I don't want to explain it. And that's why also, I'm probably one of the few people who actually also feel the limitation of like simulators. Because sometimes I don't know if simulators actually take into consideration some of the more advanced like dynamics of cars. So whenever I drive a simulator, I always have that like a caveat in my head. Nah, it's not gonna be super accurate. It's close enough, like it's 90% there, but it's not 100% there. Like I mentioned roll center inclination before. Does Assetto Corsa even have roll center inclination? I mean, they don't even tell you how much travel your suspension has and everything. So I'm like, I don't even tune suspension in Assetto Corsa. Live for speed also, you know, like the mass of the car. You can simulate the mass of the car in the middle, but are you also simulating the overhang mass? Because the mass of the car might be in the middle of the car as a whole, but there's still components that are like in front of the axle. And no matter how central your total center of gravity is, I don't know if they're taking consideration, you know, the mass that's over the axle. Things like that. I'm like, we're getting too sweaty. I don't want to get too sweaty. Just the right amount of sweat is good. Can I racing now? Give me a race. I want to race. Once you learn it, it's yeah. Especially Sylvia people need to learn that. The Sylvia rear suspension. Oh, I'm gonna do some Sylvia slander, or rather, I'm gonna do some BMW fanboying. Forgive me. I don't do this much. Well, I will do this much now because I'm gonna talk about it. If you guys know, well, you'll only be able to know if you have the BMW because you'll research it. They don't really sell aftermarket arms for BMWs, like suspension geometry kits for BMWs. Because guess what? The Germans already tuned it correctly the first time around. So you don't really need to have altered suspension geometry on BMWs. But you have drop knuckles for Sylvias, you have fully rear suspension overhauls for Sylvias, and then you have all these other arms for other cars. And here's the E36 and 46 running almost stock geometry. That's one of my selling points why, or how I convince people to try BMWs. What they should do is have it's so you can check all core corners if they don't do that. I think you can check all four corners, but usually, or I assume, they take the mass of the car and then they make it like a central mass and then they put it between the wheels, because that's how normally you measure like center of gravity. But then for example, if what am I saying? It's an SW20 thing and a BRZ thing also. Like your center of mass might be correct. Wait, how do we explain this? Imagine if your engine was on the roof, on the rear of your car, right? But then the hood of your front cross member is super heavy also, so that when you draw the center of gravity of the car, it looks low and it's somewhere in the middle. But the fact that you have a cast iron engine on the roof at the rear axle will make the handling different, even if the center of gravity of the car, even if you offset it with a super heavy cross member, so that your center of gravity will be where it should normally be. It still won't be the same. So something like that. Something like that. That I think sims aren't there yet. So with a grain of salt, like I actually this might be the most sim racing I'll do since we have this channel now, because I wanna get familiar with the real cars and only sim race when like I need to test something out, so that I don't get too familiar with one over the other. Which brings up to the topic. I also want to make like a what sim drivers need to know about jumping to a new car or to a real car. For me, jumping simulators or driving into a simulator, I treat it as driving another car, because some cars just drive so much different than other cars. So I treat the simulator as a different car that has its own handling, that I shouldn't like take all of what it's giving me as a rule, right? I learn it, I get familiar with it, but I don't like hard bound my like muscle memory or something to it. Same with cars. Like if you've only driven or raced one car whole your life, you might have a hard time driving another car because of the different dynamics. So although the only way to really fix that is to drive a lot of other cars, because cars eventually start handling the same. There are core handling characteristics that you can learn and you can carry over from one car to another. But then you need to determine which those are, and those techniques you can like glue them to your brain, because any car you drive will have that. But then you need to be aware of specific quirks that you should only be taking note of when driving a specific thing or specific sims, etc., etc., etc. And also, I mentioned this before. Then I wanna tell the sim racer people, like, first of all, what is your goal? Is your goal to win a sim race, or is your goal to prepare yourself for a real car? Because if your goal is to sim race, by all means, buy all the tech and the gear, do all of the techniques and everything in order to win. Like master it, master the sim. If you wanna win sim racing. But if your goal is to like transition to a real car, don't worry too much about force feedback and having the best steering wheel and stuff, because probably the first race car you sit on will be crap. That's why I'm super okay with my T300 steering wheel, because I mean, but the BMW steering is pretty good, but it's only slightly better than my T300. It's not like mind-blowingly better. So you might actually have a hurdle because you're used to good equipment. So once you sit in average equipment, you might not know how to drive it. Aluminium. which is why I like the SR20. That's one thing the SR20 has over the 4G63 and the other engines of its era. It's full aluminum. So you have some handling benefits versus slapping a 4G63 in it, or like a 2JZ or something. Eh. Second place, man. Come here. Come here. That's right. Come on, I'm gonna go aside. Come on. Come on, second place, man. Fight me. Don't ignore me! Wait! There. It's ignoring me. Aluminium. Aluminum. Aluminum. Aluminium. Wow. All that noise and you didn't close the gap. Okay, we have a lot of corners. Hopefully we can take him here. Wow, the NOS did nothing. Wow, his line was so good there. I thought he was gonna wash out and hit the wall. But then just as he was about to hit the wall ended, and then the merging lane went started. That was cool. Nice line, second place, man. But you screwed up. I will take advantage. I might also screw up, so I'm gonna focus. That was a good line. He had a really good line there. Okay. Now there are no prep drag racers using some Chevy stock aluminum blocks and making over. Yep, technology is pretty crazy, which is a plus and a minus. I really do miss the days where you need to look down and make sure your engine's not gonna blow up. You're like, oh, are the oil temperatures okay? Is the water temp okay? Okay, we're good. Like on the main straight. Once you hit the main straight, glance on the gauges. Okay, we're good. And on the next lap, how are the gauges? Okay, we're good. We're still good. Now your fuel tech dashboard will alert you of any anomalies that might happen with your engine as you're driving. And I miss the days where the modifications were like super backyard, but it works. Like back in the day, they did have coilovers back in the day. Let me tell you a story again. Short story. My 80s shit box actually had cut springs, but then it was tuned properly. So I had shorter struts from another car that we adapted to my 80s crap box. Then I got Accord springs because the Accord was a heavier car, and then we cut it to a proper length so it'll be okay. And then we adjusted also we grinded the spring perch and then measured it, re-welded it back at the proper height. So in a way you can have proper cut springs, but the whole process to make it proper is by coilovers. Now that we have coilovers readily available for almost all cars, just buy coilovers, bro. It's $1,000. It's fine. These engines I'm talking about, they're cheap here because they're all in junkers. Yeah, because right, they put that engine in all of the cars, right? So it's cheap because there's a lot. That's one good thing about the American cars, actually, the LS, right? It's a truck engine. So I'm like, dang, it's everywhere. Like, I think I don't know if correct me if I'm wrong, but I think like an overhauling kit, like a full overhauling kit with all the gaskets and the piston rings and everything for an OEM LS is like $300, I think. And then if you want to make naturally aspirated power, you change one camshaft. One camshaft. In a 1UZ, you spend like $1,000 to gain a few horsepower because you need to change 4 camshafts. And of course on a Subaru you have 4 camshafts, and in the normal engine you have 2 camshafts. And an LS, nope. You have 2 banks, 8 cylinders, 1 camshaft. $400. Like what is it, 40 horsepower? I think 30 horsepower for $400. Pretty wild. You can still live like that if you own an older Subaru. Yeah. The older cars they have their charm. Oh, you won. What? Wasn't expecting that win to come. Oh, boss fight. Okay. Bossu. Evo 10. Actually, imagine, right? If the Evo was able to continue, what beast would the 4B11 be? If the Evo, 10, 11, 12. If the Evo 12 existed, right? And the 12, 13, 14, 15, then the Evo 15. Because it's usually the last Evo of its generation that has like the best tech, right? So the 3, the 6, and the 9. And then I was so excited with the Evo 10 also, because it's the first Lancer evolution that was designed as an Evo 10 first before a regular Lancer. Or so I heard. I heard that the Lancers 1 to 9, they first built the passenger car Lancer, then they made it to an Evo. But then the Evo 10, they made the Evo first, then made the regular Lancer from the Evo. So I'm like, potential. Nice. But we never found out because they don't have money anymore. And they discontinued the Evo. So sad. Oh, designed in Europe. Oh, that's why it looks so, well, European. Doobie. Some are over 100 horsepower gain for a cam? Really? A camshaft? Well, maybe with a supporting intake and exhaust montation. But damn! 100 horsepower from a cam! Damn! Yeah, designed in Europe, okay. Alright, we have been streaming for 2 hours 37 minutes. I think we should call this a night. So, I guess there's still more TRX, so... Okay, so on Thursday, I'm planning to stream Assetto Corsa drifting. So we'll, have something new to play around with. But on Saturday, wait, was it Saturday or Sunday? What day do I stream? Last week, Saturday, right? On Saturday, I don't know if I'll be able to stream because I'll be flying to Malaysia on Sunday. And I forgot when I'll be back. I think 15. So I might be gone for a while. So for sure, on Thursday night, I'll try to really make it, and we'll do an Assetto Corsa drifting stream, and then I'll need to figure out the camera angles. Do I have like a pedal cam or like a hand cam maybe? I don't know. Am I willing to dox myself this early in the game for proper steering and footwork cams? But yeah, didn't know Europe. Yeah, I did know also that the Evo 10 was designed in Europe. Where's a prototype for the Dodge Caliber? Oh, yeah, the Dodge Mitsubishi partnership thing, and the Mitsubishi Hyundai partnership thing. Mitsubishi got around. Just wear your race gloves. My race gloves aren't good for the sim. I actually ordered like hiking gloves, but they're not here yet. So I'm waiting for my hiking gloves to arrive from our local Temu. So it's called Lazada. So I'm waiting for it to arrive from Lazada. So if not, maybe pedal cam. I'll do pedal cam. But the hand cam, we'll see if my gloves arrive. And I don't like the mechanic gloves because the cotton ones, because there's a lot of fibers, and I'm like, I don't want fibers all over my steering wheel. So yeah, my race glove is like the SFI one's red. It's red. Wow, that narrows it down. But my racing gloves suck. I only use them for regulation purposes. I plan to buy new racing gloves soon. So yeah, let's exit. How much money do I have? Let's see. Let's take a peek first. Actually, maybe on the next TXR, which is probably next week already, maybe we should start modifying the look of our Silvia. Maybe it's about time. Because we have 3 mil and nowhere to spend it. So, yeah. thank you guys for coming to the stream. I highly appreciate our chats. I hope you guys learned something new, or, you know, hopefully we didn't bore you to death with all of our technical car specifications. More videos soon, if I can, because as per my intro stream, IRL life first, because that earns money. And this doesn't earn money, so I'm only doing this on the side. Hopefully we can pump out more videos soon. And thank you guys. I will see you Thursday. Yes, Thursday night, same time. 11 GMT 8, 3 GMT, and 9 or 10 o'clock CST. Yeah. Mountain biking gloves. Mountain biking gloves. I think the biking gloves have like the bumps on them, which I don't like, because it's too much for sim, right? So I really just got the regular hiking, gardening, outdoor gloves. So it's really just like flat. They're just literally gloves, and then they have the phone, so I can use my phone while using the gloves. So alright, see you guys. Wait, I already said my outro. I will see you guys in the next stream. Bye bye. I have to wait for a bit for the stream to catch up so I don't end it prematurely. There, okay. I'm wiggling so I can end it now. End stream. Bye bye.